What is up, you big stupid idiots? Just kidding. I'm Jesse. I own HappyTigerGaming. It's a TCG store online. I make money selling trading cards, right? Not a lot, but more than I used to, and it's gonna keep getting better. And I kind of wanted to explain how I make money selling Pokemon cards. Like, how do I actually do it? So a quick, I guess whatever credibility I have is, this is my website, HappyTigerGaming.com, consistently selling for under TCG player prices. Here's an excellence award from college, business management tasks. Harvard Business School Online, digital marketing strategy certification. 5 stars on Google for my website. 5 stars on TCG Player, 100% positive feedback. 100% positive feedback on eBay. Okay, let's start. Because if you want to make money from trading cards, then I assume you kind of like trading cards, and that means you're my people. Like, there's a solid chance we met in a tournament. Or if you just like business, it's a fun business model to get into, although the returns are abysmal at first and they kind of suck, but it's fun, right? And even if you just want to learn how to do business, it's still fun to do it, right? So if you like trading cards, if you like Pokemon, if you just see an opportunity, maybe you even are scalping and you want to turn into a real business, I'm going to kind of explain how to do it, right? And if you're a terrible person, then that's on you. If you're a good person, that's on you too, because I'm not even a good person. I'm not a good person. I just want to help, okay? And this is how we're going to start. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, and we're going to talk about Steam Siege. This is where I want to start. Steam Siege is a set that was released on August 3rd, 2016. And this is what people were saying about this Steam Siege set. Hot water, don't bother. I remember that literally every product had a Steam Siege pack. It's the only way they can sell those terrible packs, by packing it with others. Printed to high hell, and aside a few good cards, most of them are mediocre. Steam Siege sucks. 4 years ago, they couldn't buy it for under MSRP. $105 a booster box. Couldn't sell it at local gaming stores. Well, it's $700, by the way. So what's going on with the worst hot dog water set being $700? It's the lowest barrier to entry, like, opportunity you have in business and in Pokemon TCG. You know, it's even easier than scalping. It's even easier than just waiting in line. Like it's just buy and then wait. I mean, if you look at the trend 1 year ago, like even a year ago, $358. Everyone's saying it's overpriced. It sucks. And then 1 year later, it's 600. Oh, wow. So wait a minute. Look at this real close. I want to drive home that you would have doubled your money in 1 year. If you would have put $10,000 into Steam Siege, you would now have $20,000 if you sold. I mean, obviously things aren't that simple, but has the stock market ever outperformed that? Yeah, actually sometimes it kind of has, but really, if you have a buying opportunity, if you set up your LLC correctly where you could buy for sales tax free from a distributor, or even buy from a Walmart because it's in everything, right? Buy from an LGS who's willing to sell it for $110. Yes, the set was printed to hell and back, yet it's still $700. So the lowest barrier to entry is actually on the investment end. It's actually just buy whatever. Let's talk about Darkness Ablaze, another one, right? Terrible set. Look at this. Almost $120, and then it dips again. Why did Darkness Ablaze dip? Probably the worst set in the Sword and Shield era. Very low demand. These are the people that you listen to. Very low demand, with a steady supply, no alt arts, no blah, blah, blah. Charizard V match is only worth $20. There's better versions released in other sets. The Charizard sucks, so don't buy Darkness Ablaze. 213. So they said don't buy at 137. Now it's 213. Are you telling me someone on the internet was incorrect? That's impossible, right? No. You buy when it's low. It's so simple. This is the first level that I wanted to talk about of the business. You don't do what everyone else is doing because you're going to get the same results. People only making money when things are hype, and then they don't make money when it's not hype, and then the LGS is closed down because they can't scalp from Walmart anymore. It's like, was that really their business model? Yeah, they were doing that. It's terrible, man. Okay? Can anyone explain why Evolving Skies pre-orders are so expensive? Somebody complaining that Evolving Skies, and this is Canadian dollars, but it's almost 1 for 1. So let's just pretend it's US. Why is Evolving Skies 186 plus 10 shipping pre-order when MSRP is 150, somebody not understanding that MSRP doesn't matter. Okay, this is like most of you. A lot of you guys don't understand. MSRP, who cares? If you can't buy it for that price, then it's irrelevant to even think about. You can complain and do wishful thinking, or you can make money as a business. So decide now, what end of the spectrum do you want to be on? Do you want to make money as a business and be able to pay bills, or do you want to not make money and complain about MSRP? And once you decide that you want to live life how it is, now we're talking, okay? This guy's complaining. I can't buy Evolving Skies for under 200. That's crazy. Whoa, it's 1,500 now. 1,500 now. And when was this post? 4 years ago. So if you do the math, let's do the math real fast. $1,500 minus the buy-in price, which was $200, divided by 4 years. It only went up $325 a year. It only doubled from the initial investment every year. That's not good enough because I couldn't buy it at MSRP. Therefore, it's a bad deal. It's a bad deal because it was over MSRP. Even though it doubled in value every single year. And now each one you bought overpriced, you could be selling for $1,500 right now. Buying and then waiting. I'm telling you guys, underrated. And I had to go over that. I had to mention that because it's such a low barrier to entry. It's like, wow, you're making money working your normal job, whatever. Buy a booster box every paycheck. Then in 5 years, you have a bunch of Evolving Skies. You have a bunch of stuff out of print that you could just start selling or holding. And that can really set you off if you want to, start an LGS with a physical location. You have all this crazy product now. And then you could buy the Journey Togethers, the stuff that's cheaper to buy just to have stuff on the shelf. But really, you can make money on the back end off of this. I just thought that was funny. And this is Journey Together. Journey Together Enhanced Booster Box is now $215. You'll see behind me. Let me make sure you can actually see. Yeah. You can kind of see behind me. I have Silver Tempest, 151, Twilight Masquerade, Journey Together, Tarkir from Magic the Gathering. This is some stuff that's going to go on my website. You'll notice I have some Journey Together back there. Why am I buying Journey Together? Because it's cheap. Like I said, people complaining that Evolving Skies at 200 is too cheap. But wait a minute, Journey Together is printed. Yeah, just like Storm Siege. Where was that? Oh, wait. Storm Siege is now 700. So you mean even if it doesn't immediately go up, it still goes up over time? Is that how assets work? Yeah. Now here's the problem. You can buy and hold as much as you want, and it's pretty much a 100% success rate, other than your apartment might flood. Somebody might come into your apartment and steal stuff. Like, there's always that risk. But generally, like, it's a super high success rate. Just hold longer and it goes up more. Oh no, it dips and then it goes up. Oh, by the way, every time it dips, that's another buying opportunity from the dummies. But we gotta talk about something else in business, the inventory turnover rate, okay? This is what scalpers get right and that the long-term holders get wrong, okay? And I hate saying that they get stuff right, but guess what? I'm not gonna live in fantasy land just to make you feel better. And if you want me to do that, you came to the wrong channel, okay? This is the inventory turnover rate problem, okay? Buy an ETB for $60 from GameStop, right? This is what the scalpers do. They buy an ETB for $60 and then they sell ETB for, I don't know, 110 maybe. And they make a little bit of profit. It's not a lot of profit, but they get that profit now. This is what we can learn from them, okay? What I was just talking about, the buying and holding, you need both of these. You need to know how to do both with the Pokemon business, okay? Because this guy gets money quick. And what does he do with that money? He can do this again and again and again. And even though he's making less money, he's making less money 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a year. Whereas this guy is making big money by buying and holding. You're making big money once. So the guy who has a faster inventory turnover rate can pay the bills and then have extra money to buy product again and again and again. He can pay the lighting bill. He's the guy who can actually run the store, right? He's the one who gets to finally run his LGS full time and can quit his job because he understands that you need a smooth product. You need to actually perform a service. You can't just use distributors to buy and then never sell and somehow expect to pay the bills. that it's not a business. You're not doing a business. You're going to lose your license. So you need to be able to turn over money in the short term and hold money in the long term, because that's like the best insurance you can get. Most of your bottlenecks right now is you don't have a distributor. You don't have a distributor, and that's rough, because without a distributor, you need to get product to go into your store so you can sell that product to happy people. But if you don't have product coming in, you don't have stuff to sell to your happy customers. And that's the problem. But the problem is when you apply to get distribution, the big D, when you apply and you ask and you beg to get that big D, you beg to get the big D, you apply for distribution, they say no. You're not a rip and shipper. That's what they told me. You only sell online. You only have a Harvard Business School Online Digital Marketing Strategy certification. You only have business awards in college. You've only been selling TCG for years. You don't get our distribution because we don't trust you as much as a rip and shipper. Why? Because one person who doesn't really understand decided that. And the truth is, it's because the rip and shippers, they decided to create more hype around the product. And as much as I can complain about that, again, I don't live in fantasy land. I deal with things as they are. That's why I actually make money. They say that the rip and shippers create hype, which they think will help the market when we get the Steam Siege, when we get a bunch of Journey Togethers in a row and people complain that now that we have stuff on the shelf, we can't scalp it, therefore it's a bad set, right? When the prices start getting low, they want people to be able to create hype, because distributors can't do that themselves. So you want to live in reality here, and I'm going to have to start rip and shipping if I want a real distributor. But wait a minute, I have stuff behind me. You see stuff behind me? How am I getting Pokemon cards if I'm not scalping and I don't have a distributor? How am I getting product in? This is the model I want, you guys. This is the model. This is what a lot of popular YouTubers are doing, and it's an industry secret. Friends, with an LGS. Isn't that crazy how easy that is? And if you go to an LGS, why would they give you access to their distributors? Why would an LGS give you their D if you don't give them anything in return? Well, actually, if you're friends with an LGS, there is a lot of reason why they would. Okay. Well, why would an LGS just give you access to their distributors? Why would they do that? Number one, you're friends with them and you're cool. Okay. And if you don't know how to make connections, you better start. It's as simple as a couple of emails and Googling TCG Pokemon cards in my area. Go to the local gaming stores. Just talk to them. Tell them what you want and what you can offer. And I'm going to go over that, right? But you can get distributor access. You can get the big D from local gaming stores just by talking. That's what I did. Emailing, talking, asking, and I got access. Why? Because when an LGS gets bigger orders, right? When LGS gets orders, not just what they can sell, but what you can sell as well. Bigger orders gives them bigger, this is a nice word. You're going to fall in love with this word. Allocations. Look at this. It's beautiful. If a distributor gives LGSs more allocations because they're ordering more because you're buying a bunch of stuff directly through them, guess what? They get more allocations, and then next time they decide to buy the next Pokemon set. A lot of times it goes off of your, let's say, 90-day rotating money. How much money did you spend with us over the past 90 days? Because there has to be a reason why, me as a distributor, there has to be a reason why I give this LGS more TCG than a gas station that just applied. Because he ordered more. The distributor trusts him more. There's a better relationship. See how like this nepotism is a real thing? Knowing people is a real thing. And if you want to win, you kind of have to pretend you don't have social anxiety. I do. I have tons of it. You don't know because I pretend. Because I studied magic when I was a teenager and I realized that I can play a character. I can play a character who doesn't have social anxiety, and the result is, once the shaking stops, the result is the same to the person I'm talking to. Therefore, in their worldview, I don't have it, which is what I'm pretending that is true. So, you go to your local LGS and you just ask. You just work out a deal. I'll give you $50 a month if you let me kind of order. What would make you happy? How many Dragon Shields do I have to buy, right, to get a better deal from you? Because I know that you get better allocations if you buy the dumb stuff. And that's not what you guys want to hear. You want to hear, oh, I'll talk to an LGS, and then they're going to give me all of the 151 they can get. No, because that store's not getting 151. That store only gets good Pokemon sets when they buy the Magic the Gathering stuff that's not moving, that you don't want to take on. So you have to kind of say, wait a minute. If I take on all this Magic the Gathering stuff and just sell it immediately, I lose $10 per box. But now I get all this Pokemon stuff and I make $20 per box. That's a good deal. But nobody's doing that because nobody wants to take the micro L's to get the macro W's. Isn't that crazy how dumb that is? If you realize how dumb the competition is, you can actually really get out ahead. So the point is just talk, just make connections, email all the LGSs, be serious and be realistic about what you want, what you can offer, what you're willing to pay them to get access, right? If they want to do it, what can you do for them? Do they want you to take on Dragon Shields every month to get access, right? Do you have to pay them up front like it's a pre-order so they have more control of your money? What can you do, right? Until you have an actual store or you have a big rip and ship scheme going on where you can get access to distributors, talk to the LGS, see how you can actually help them as a business. This is B2B, business to business. Because when you have a consistent way of getting Pokemon cards, that's not, I'm going to hope that I'm first in line at Walmart. How's that going to work? Is that your business model? How's that going to work? When you have a consistent way to do it other than hope and pray and take your vitamins, it might work. What else am I going to talk about? Okay, the marketing funnel. This is a fun one. This is basic, okay? When it comes to selling, this is what it's like right now, and this is why you're watching the video. You want to start a Pokemon business, let's just be honest, because it's easy right now. It is. It's super easy. You might be complaining, man, I got to get an LLC. Bro, you don't even have to do that. You can just buy from Walmart and sell on Marketplace. Like it's never been more easy to just buy and sell and instantly make money. You know, there's times when you buy and nothing immediately is higher than you bought it. And you still have to do it to keep your 90-day money cycle with your distributors, right? Like, this is the easiest it's ever been. The easiest. And I was here in 2020. I was here during the Logan Paul COVID boom. This is easier. It's easier now. It's way easier now. Journey Together booster packs right now they sell for $6 shipped. You got to pay for shipping. So you got to sell multiple. $6 is what you make. They cost $5 in Walmart. You can't just scalp it. That's why it's on the shelf. You think it's on the shelf because it's a trash set. So was Steam Siege. So don't listen to people saying it's a trash set. Is this a trash set? No. This is not, Journey Together is not a trash set. It's easy to say that now, but it's not. But for $6 a booster pack, you can't scalp it right now. There's going to be a period when 5 sets in a row are like this. And your business is going to need a strong value proposition for people to buy from you. And if your whole value proposition is I was first in line, no one cares here. Nobody cares, and your business is going to suck. And you're stuck in a stupid room with one light bulb holding a bunch of battle styles like I was, okay? And it sucks. So let's talk about this for a minute. The marketing funnel, I guess, was the point. Because when people decide to buy the crap sets, all you have to do is be the person they think about. Which means all that you need. The number one asset in a crap market when we only have Journey Together and when you can't get the Team Rocket stuff because the scalpers are beating your ass. They're beating your ass. How do we do it? We just need a strong, unique value proposition. And one of the easiest ways to get a strong value proposition, even if it's not unique, is just being on social media, okay? This is what I want to talk about. This is my Instagram real fast. I kind of just reset it. I just kind of started again. I have no followers. Followers don't matter. This is the bad part. Where are my, look, 51 views, 31 views, 355. And when you start posting, you're going to get under 100 views. You're even going to do worse than me for like 30. And then it's going to start creeping up. And all of a sudden, Instagram's going to trust you. I know how this works. I've been here before with multiple accounts, okay? You just got to start posting. And then one of your posts takes off. And your headline needs to matter. We sell TCG below market prices. The very first thing here is my value proposition. You don't talk about, I'm a chill guy. No one cares. We sell TCG below market prices. And you see I have 3 hashtags here. I'm taking them out. buy here, this is strong, and then a direct link to the website, this is strong. These hashtags are gonna be removed, and I'm gonna constantly be cycling the hot sets that I have, because I want, when people search on Instagram and they type stuff here, I want there to be a possibility that I actually show up. Isn't that crazy that I want people to be able to search for me? So the words that they type, I want to match here. For stuff, journey together. Guess what? People do this. Gen Z uses Instagram and TikTok as a search engine even more than Google in some circles. It's been studied, right? Do you want your stuff to show up here? Notice how I didn't search with the hashtag. I didn't search hashtag. Gen Z doesn't do that. So therefore in my bio, why do I have hashtag? And here is Maseri. This is the CEO of Instagram saying hashtags don't work. The CEO saying what I've been saying for a couple years. It's not 2009, bro. What, you thought you could get away with your 2009 knowledge? Hashtags don't work. So I'm removing my hashtags, right? I'm behind. Okay, so don't do hashtags. They actually don't matter. TikTok. You see, I started a TikTok. I'm old, I'm 36. Why did I start a TikTok? Why did I buy a cell phone strictly for TikTok? Unfortunately, I live in the real world. And in the real world, TikTok is effective. And I am kind of writing what to do for TikTok. I'm kind of writing what to do for TikTok. I kind of studied it a little bit. But this is how you do it. And I can't show you everything on, because this isn't mobile. But basically, you want to pop up. Look at my value proposition. I sell TCG for less. A very short value proposition. I'm not saying, hey, I'm a cool guy. I'm from USA. I'm 24 or whatever. I say, I sell TCG for less. And then Pokemon booster boxes, because it's the search term. SEO, they call that. MTG collector booster displays, something people type. And I'm gonna, by the way, change this out. MTG booster box, I'm gonna be very specific. This is gonna say journey together because I'm gonna be selling it. And I want people to search and then my stuff pop up. Let's say people search Destined Rivals. You know, you're getting Destined Rivals in, or you're going to scalp Destined Rivals and you're still starting a brand. Maybe you're starting by scalping and you want to get a distributor later. On the right, others searched for, look at all of these free keywords that you instantly know. Oh, I know people search Destined Rivals card list. I know people search, is Destined Rivals worth it? And how many videos are on this? Is Destined Rivals worth it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably 10 good ones. 50, and then you could be up there, right? So for the searchability, oh, here's even more stuff. Even more stuff. Destined Rivals pre-order date. You can just watch the videos and then say the same thing. And also, what you do is you can click on a video that's outperforming or that's trending in a search that you want to show up for. And this is the hack of TikTok.
You think it'll be $400 a box?
Dude, Journey Together is $250 a box.
Stop. Okay, you stitch that because this video is popular. It's already proven that the first 5 seconds are good, and that's the most important part on TikTok because people swipe away that fast. So if you're a TCG business on TikTok, you just stitch something that you want to talk about because you're going to get Destined Rivals in, and you kind of want to start asserting your brand with Destined Rivals. You want to show up when people search for it. You stitch this, and then you say something that you think is relevant to the conversation, and then people see your store and maybe follow you. Whatever, it's basic. Once you have so many followers, you can go live on TikTok, and here's the secret sauce. Unlike Instagram, where only your followers see you live, TikTok will throw you in a feed. And as you're live, you'll get more and more and more people watching based on the first 1 second that they see, because you need the good lighting, you need things centered, because TikTok will throw your live feed into random doom scrollers feed, right? So you'll grow just by going live. So you got to learn the rip and ship game, and that's, I'm gonna have to get into it. I hate it. On the website, if you go on the website right now, there's a TCG Club, click on it, sign up here, and then you'll get notified as soon as stuff goes live that's cheaper than TCG Player. If you want that Surging Sparks box for the cheap price I sold it, well, the guy who signed up for this unfortunately bought all of them, but that's how it goes.